I had my first out-of-body experience a week ago. So let's talk about it. Get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like, please subscribe, please share on social media, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Of course, on this channel, I periodically will update you with my ongoing experiences. I began having these metaphysical experiences a few years ago after a lifetime of atheism. But once I started to explore the UFO topic, and it led me to the metaphysical, and I began to research it, eventually I began to experience it. And I've been very lucky to have a series of metaphysical experiences to a point where it's almost become a lifestyle in a way, not to the extent that a lot of others are, but at a lower level, I do have these periodic experiences, and I am very lucky to have them. I'm very grateful to whatever powers that be to have granted me these experiences. And somebody granted me an amazing experience a week ago. My first out-of-body experience. I've been wanting to have an out-of-body experience for a long time, ever since I first learned that this was a real thing. I mean, I'd heard the phrase out-of-body experience all my life, but I didn't really believe in it. I didn't believe in the soul, so how could I believe that a soul or a consciousness could leave a body? But yeah, once I realized all this was real and that people were having these amazing experiences out of body, some going to astral realms and other dimensions and just having all sorts of cool experiences, I really wanted to do that for myself. And I've been trying in a haphazard, lazy way to be having an out-of-body experience. And I hadn't had any luck. I was granted a Kundalini Awakening a year and a half ago, and that was really amazing, a transcendent experience, a very lovely, wonderful, very, 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 very awesome experience that I've talked about before, and I made a video or two about, so you can check those out if you want more information on my Kundalini Awakening, which was a classic Hindu-style Kundalini Awakening. Many people use that as a blanket term for any enlightenment modality, and all of those are completely valid, but mine was specifically the Hindu style, classic Kundalini Awakening, and which is interesting. I haven't studied the Hindu religion at all. I don't know much about that, but they did map this process out, and anyway. So that was as close as I had come to having an out-of-body experience, but I was never completely out of my body during that experience. I was always firmly rooted in my body. It was an extremely physical experience. It was a deeply, very, very physical experience in a very nice way. I'm not going to lie. But I was like maybe half out of my body during that experience. I was kind of in the light in a way, but without ever really leaving my body. So this time I was out of my body, and let me just take you through it. So I'm sleeping, and this all happened in a dream within a dream. Yeah. Okay. So I'm sleeping, and my eyes are closed, obviously. But in the terms of this experience, I've got my eyes closed, and I'm vaguely aware that I'm dreaming, and I feel something. I feel this presence and this connection and this possibility of going out of body, and I feel this presence there helping me and guiding me. And I don't know who that was. Was that a spirit guide? Was that a loved one? After my Jesus experience, I mean, I have no idea. I have no idea who that was. I'm thinking it was a spirit guide, probably. The same individual or entity or group of entities that helped me have my Kundalini Awakening and these other experiences that have helped guide me through this process and have granted me these wonderful experiences. So, because, I take no credit for any of this, I have sought it out, and I have an open mind, and, but that's as far as as anything that I've achieved goes. Most of these things have been granted to me, and people have helped me out with this stuff. And so was the case with this. I felt this connection, this strong, powerful connection to some entity. And I remember feeling this overwhelming gratitude for this being, for this presence, this overwhelming gratefulness, and just so happy that this being was there helping me. And I was sending love and gratefulness to this being. And then I started to like vibrate, kind of, I don't know if my body was vibrating, but my consciousness was vibrating. That's what it felt like. It was just like that, and just, I could feel myself kind of going up and up and out of my body, and I understood that that's what was happening, and that's what this connection was for. And that's what that being was doing, was helping me through this process. And maybe even, most likely, even instigating this process. And so I'm kind of like, I described it to a friend, and he says it sounds like you were like slithering out of your body. And it's probably as good a description as I think of, really. And I was just kind of vibrating, and it was this whole process. That's really the part that really stuck with me, was this process that I was going through to get there. And, I don't know if I was vibrating, spiritually, trying to get to a higher vibrational level, or if I was just so rooted in my body that it was difficult for me to leave it. I don't know what was going on, but there I was vibrating and, slithering out of my body. And there's this being there helping and guiding me and facilitating this process. And maybe a consortium of beings. Maybe it wasn't just one being. I don't know. I could feel the presence of somebody. And but maybe it was all my spirit guides, getting together, helping me out. I just don't know. Anyway, so there I go, and I finally get out of my body. I'm out. But I continue to only see darkness and blackness. It seems to be a somewhat different darkness. I'm somewhere else now. And having time to think on it and reflect on it, I think I may have been, I've studied a lot of near-death experiences, just as many near-death experiences as I have U.F.O. abductions. I've really immersed myself in the study of those two phenomena. And I think that's like the best glimpse that we can get beyond the veil. And so, one feature of a lot of near-death experiences is that they go to a place that some call the black void, or the womb of creation. Some have called it the loading chamber of reality. And it's it's a black void, just like it sounds like. And I'm not seeing any visuals or anything. And what is typical for a lot of these near-death experiences, sometimes they will spend a lot of time in this black void. Sometimes they'll get stuck there, and or it'll feel like they'll get stuck there, and then finally a being will come in and help them and guide them out. And sometimes they have to learn to call that being, and they have to learn to make peace with where they are and where in the black void, and eventually they can call a being or ask for help, and someone will guide them. An angel or a spirit guide will show up, or a loved one, and lead them into heaven or the other dimensions, wherever they go. And I didn't realize where I was. I wasn't sure where I was. I go out of my body, and I'm looking around for this presence that helped me out. And I'm calling. I'm saying, okay, if this is real, where are you? Can you send me a sign that you're there? If you can't show up in a way that I can see you, can you send some music, some harp music, or something that I know that I'm not alone here, and that you're still there, and that you're still helping me. And I don't get anything. And I start to get kind of nervous. I start to get kind of freaked out, because I don't really realize where I am in the black void. And I have these doubts, like, is this really happening? And, so anyway, there I am in this space, trying to figure out where I am and what's going on. And I'm starting to get a little freaked out. And then I see a face in the distance, and it's this scary face, this, horrible, scary, demonic, not quite demonic, but monstrous face. And I don't think it was real. I think it was just a projection of my fears in that moment. And so, I'm studying this face, trying to see if it's real, if it's going to come and get me, what's the deal with this face. And but I'm realizing it's probably just a projection of my fear, and I don't really have any particular fear of it after that point. But still, nothing is happening. And I don't think I was there for very long. It didn't feel like I was there for too long, but it was enough time for me to have doubts and to be kind of worried and freaked out. And so I think within a dream, I woke myself up. I heard my wife calling my name, and I wake up from the dream within a dream, and I'm in bed beside my wife, and then a dream goes on, a regular old-fashioned dream goes on, and there's a plot of the dream, but that I don't remember anything about that dream. And eventually I wake up into the real world, quote unquote, and but I vividly remember that dream within a dream where I went out of body, and it was a very real experience, seemingly, and something I've been really hoping for and praying would happen, and it finally happened for me. Whitley Strieber has gone out of body many times, and he says every time this happens for him, the beings have to go and unzip him from his body. He's not able to have an out-of-body experience on his own. He depends on beings to come and get him out. And I hope that I learn to be able to have this sort of experience on my own without a being there to assist and guide me. But I'm very grateful that there was a being to assist and guide me. And I really look forward to the next time this happens. I think that when it happens again, now that I know about that whole loading chamber black void situation and where I was, or where I think I was, it'll be a lot easier for me to deal with, and I'll be able to hopefully just sit there and be calm and raise my vibration, and then invite beings in, high vibrational beings, maybe loved ones, maybe spirit guides, to come in and lead me on from there. So I think I'll be a lot cooler about it this time, and I won't be projecting my fears in a way that I can see a scary face in the distance. So I'm really excited about next time. I hope it happens soon. This occurred last Sunday night. I'm recording this on a Sunday. I don't know if it works in weekly cycles, but I'm ready, guys. I'm ready. And I have also, interestingly, I talked to a psychic medium recently, and she didn't know anything about me. And the first thing she said was, "I see you in front of a microphone. Do you have a podcast?" And I said, "Yeah, I do." And she says, "Well, the beings, my guides, are encouraging you on your podcast." So I think that was really interesting, and I have to believe that maybe I am supposed to, or being encouraged to spread awareness of this sort of possibility, that we all have these abilities. We can go out of body, we can heal with our hands. This is an innate ability, and we have many other abilities and gifts. And even the beings, even in UFO encounters and alien encounters, will mention this. For example, in the Virginia case that James Fox has made famous with his movie Moment of Contact, one of the beings that was being operated on and that ultimately died was communicating with the doctor, telling the doctor that, I feel sorry for you humans. You have all these abilities, and you're not even aware. And that's what non-humans tell humans all the time in so many contact experiences. And in many contact experiences, they will even teach people how to tap into these abilities. And experiencers will come away from their experiences with increased psychic and spiritual and metaphysical abilities. And this is something that we can all do and that we all have access to if we can all learn how to do it. So I have to think that I am being encouraged to spread awareness of this to you guys and to share my experiences as they happen. So here I am doing just that. So I hope you got something out of it. Let me know what you guys think. Please send me encouragement and good thoughts for my future endeavors out of body. I hope they happen soon. I'm very excited to explore the other dimensions. So yeah, I'll let you know when that happens. And if you've enjoyed this video or gotten something out of it, please give me a big thumbs up. I sure would appreciate it. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and the bell, of course, to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below. And if you could share this video on social media, that would be super helpful. There are plenty of other videos on the channel to check out. And until next time, this is Jack with Cosmic Road signing out.